Now let's talk about the refereeing in this league. I used to think that Premier League is the best league in the world. I used to argue and debate with people that Premier League is the best league because the football is so great and whatnot. But today I'm going to be very real with myself and a lot of people that this is not the best league in the world, not even the second best, probably like third best. It's not because Manchester United are playing bad, and it's not because we don't get decisions from the referee. It's not that. It's because this league focuses more on that the referees are right. The referees are always right. The referees have more authority than every person on the field. The referees have more impact, they have more power to affect the game more than anyone else, more than the manager, more than the fans, more than the players. Like, they care so much about protecting the referees that they're ruining the league, they're ruining the sport, they're ruining the experience of people trying to enjoy the sport. And trust me, it's not just because of what happened today, it has been happening for so long. And at least the last 2 3 seasons, it has been so evident that this league's refereeing is the worst. Every week there's a very big wrong decision that affects the whole game and it affects the whole league. Every week, how can you have a big mistake happening every week that you have to come onto the camera and explain that, oh, this is why the decision was taken? How can this happen every week if you are the biggest league in the world? That red card was never a red. Are you a blind referee to not see that he slipped? Did you not see that his stud was not in contact with Madison? It was his ankle that touched his leg, and he, first of all, he slipped. Okay, he slipped. It's the first half of the match. This is his first tackle or foul of the game, and a straight red. Not a lot of people say this, but let's put it out there that if this was a City player, this would not even be a yellow. And then in the second half, again, there was a clear handball of Romero, and the referees don't even bother to check it. The same thing happened last year when we were playing Spurs, but it was away. It was the same player. It was Romero's hand that touched the ball. His hand was clearly, away from the body, and they didn't bother to check because we were losing 2-0. And today the same thing happened. We were losing 2-0. It was a handball. No one checked it, and no one is going to talk about it even. Forget about consistency for a second. Are you even following basic football rules or not? Like the Arsenal fans were saying that Doku did the same thing in the first half. He was not even given a yellow, but Trossard got the second yellow and red, and that changed the game dramatically. And there's this one white lie that Premier League says that we don't have enough funds to get better VAR that was used in World Cup, that is used in UCL. To that I say, jack shit. You claim to be the biggest league in the world and you're saying that you don't have enough money to get better technology for your referees? Jack shit. And I think I've kind of found an answer for that. You see, after every blunder that the Premier League referees make, they bring in this guy, Dermot Gallagher, who is an ex-referee. They bring him on the show and they ask him that, what do you think, this was a correct decision or not? And that guy will always side with the referee. You can go and watch all of his videos and he will always side with the referees, and he will always say that, yeah, the referee's decision was correct, and he'll just be diplomatic about it. And if that's all that he's doing, why do you even make the show? Why do you even call him? Why do you even pay that much money when you can save that money and invest in VAR and get better technology and make the game fair? Do you see any other sport where the refereeing is so bad that it affects the game? Do you see that happen in cricket? Do you see that happen in tennis? But I believe and I'm afraid that that might not happen because the PGMOL or FA, I think they have an agenda of showing that the referee is greater than the game. The referee has more power than the whole 20 clubs combined. The referee should have more power than anyone else on the pitch, and I think that is going to ruin the game. It has already ruined the league, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. It is stressful to watch Premier League now because I just know from, like, it's a feeling that every week there's going to be one game. You just have to spot and wait for that one game. where a big decision is going to go wrong, and there's nothing you or I can do about it. There's nothing any club can do about it. If you try it, then they will deduct 10 points from Everton. And yeah, we just have to live with this. And I'm not liking this. Yes, Manchester United are playing horrible football, but this is a separate issue. Refereeing is so bad that a lot of people have lost the enjoyment, the joy of watching Premier League. And if that is not solved, if the referees keep getting more power, and if the referees keep getting away with all this shit that they're doing, then I'm afraid it's not a long time before people stop watching and investing their time in Premier League. If it wasn't for clubs like United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, these big clubs who have come up on their own because of their names, if these teams were not playing in the Premier League, this league would be like fifth in the top five leagues in Europe, because yeah, well, no one cares about Man City, of course. If this does not get solved, then yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen.